Hi, friends and family. Hey, this is Jim Urban here. Hey, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Labor Day weekend, and it's 2025, and I wanted to let you know that I'm going to update you on the market. And so I've written out, one, two, three, four, 6 different points I want to mention to you and talk you through a little bit. The 6 points are the market. That's number 1. Number 2 is the interest rate, mortgage interest rates today. Number 3 is inventory. That's inventory of available homes. And number 4, if you're a seller. And number 5, if you're a buyer. And number 6, why do it now in this kind of a market? Okay, let's start with the market. The real estate market. Everybody's curious about what the real estate market is really like. And so right now, I'm always living through and in the market. Because I'm pretty active. You guys are really great about referring and repeating your business with me. And so I have to tell you that I feel like I've always got my foot, not just my toe in the market. I've got not just my foot, but my entire body is in the market. And so right now what's happening is, if you're selling your home or if you're buying your home, this is what you're going to be going through. When you're listing your home right now, your home could stay on the market for a few days or up to 3 or 4 months, depending on your situation. And what I mean by that is, if you price your home where it should be priced in the 30-day price range, and or you have done a lot of updating to your home, the more updating you've done to your home, and if your home's in a good location, those kind of things, buyers are just going crazy for those homes right now. Even at the current interest rates and the way the market is, it's so hard to find a home that's been updated. And it's okay if yours is not. Don't feel bad. It's just so hard to keep a house updated. This is my house right behind me here, and I'll tell you, I work really hard to keep it updated, and it's not easy. There's always something to be done. I know you know this, right? It seems like there's always something to do to update it. You can't keep up with trends. The minute you update your kitchen, for example, or your bathrooms, next year there's new colors, new things available. It's just impossible. Financially, you just can't do it. It's too much brain damage as well, besides the money. So you have to do the best that you can. And certain houses have more things accomplished than other houses. That's just the way it is. Of course, buyers right now, because they do have a lot of choices right now, with about 14,000 available homes on the market, they really do have a lot of choices, and so they're looking for the best of the best, right, at the best price. They can do that now. Like during COVID several years ago now, they didn't have a lot of choices. They just wanted a roof over their heads, and if they got their offer through, they were happy, even if it only met maybe 50 or 60% of what they really wanted in a house. But today, buyers want 90% of what they want in a house, maybe 95%, and maybe even almost or even 100% of what they want, which is possible if they get a real gem of a house that comes on the market and they actually win the bid. But houses that don't have updating, like I said, you could go days or weeks or months with very few showings or little to no showings, or even no showings, if you're not priced correctly. And so let's talk about the interest rate. So right now the interest rate is at 6.5%, maybe up to 6.7%. So 6.5, maybe up. It's certainly gone down a little bit from 7%, but it hasn't gone down what we hoped it would go down. Everybody thought, and everybody was predicting that rates were going to come down in the spring of 2025, and that never happened. And so we're here with these same rates. And The buyers that were willing to pay 6.5% or 7%, they've kind of been exhausted. They've kind of come to fruition. We've kind of like dwindled them. They've kind of like, there's not any of them left, hardly, that want to buy a home and with that kind of an interest rate. They're holding out. They're holding. That's why there's not very many showings. But the few buyers that really want to buy, see, they really want to get what they want. And if they're going to pay that kind of an interest rate, they're going to really get what they want. And I can't blame them. So that's kind of what's going on with inventory, interest rates, the market. And if you're a buyer, you have to be really patient because you have choices, but you want the best, right? So you're going to wait for that right property to come up. And you're going to be patient. If that right property comes up, you'll jump on it at that point. But that's why there's multiple offers, because everybody else is kind of doing the same thing. And if you're a seller, you know you have to really want to sell. You have a reason to sell. Most people that are selling are because they have to sell. It's a job transfer. It's maybe a divorce. It's maybe just time to move. You're done doing the stairs in the 2-story, and you want a ranch, and you're living through pain or whatever, and you just have to make the move. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the market or anything, because it might just have to do because you know in your heart that it's just now is the time to do it. And you know the market sucks right now. You know that. But you just want to do it because you have a feeling that it's time in your life to make a change. You might even be inspired spiritually, like even through the Holy Spirit, right? Like, you know in your heart that it's time to make a move. And the market's not going to stop you when it's telling you to do something that obviously, right? So here's why you should do it now if it's time for you. The reason why you should do it now, if it's time for you, is that there is options out there. There's more options now than there was on the other side of the spectrum when it was COVID and you didn't really have a choice. And then if rates actually do drop this fall, excuse me, if rates do drop this fall and the market people start coming out of the woodwork, then you might be dealing with multiple offers again. And so here we are in late August into September. It could be a really good time, even October. It could be a really good time for you to actually make the move so that you can get the house that you want. And we always say in the real estate business, you marry the house and you date the interest rate. And I think you know what that means. It just means that you can refinance it. Like, if the rates do drop and you're going, oh my gosh, I bought in September of 2025, and then the rates went from 6.5% to 5.5%, or maybe even 5%, or maybe even 4.5%. I mean, if they happen to drop that much, it's going to the market's just going to go crazy. The floodgates are going to open, but you're going to be glad that you bought the house because you got the house that you wanted. Now all you have to do is just go back to my lender. Go back to my lender and say, hey, I need a refinance. I know we just did this loan 2 months ago, but the rates really took a big drop, and I'm ready to lock in my rate in the lowest rate right now to get this thing done so that we can lock in at a lower rate. So honestly, like that's what you should look at. That's the reason why you would do it now. And give me your thoughts. Like if you got this video by email, go ahead and just reply to the email and give me your thoughts about this video. Even if you're not going to be selling or buying, I would love to hear from you. I've got a little extra time right now. I've got some listings I'm handling right now, but they're kind of hanging out there. So I'm finding myself with a little more time blocks between appointments, and I would love to talk to you and maybe even go out and have a smoothie together or something like that. It'd be fun to talk to you about that. And also, I could give you my book if we get together. This is my very latest book, Building Your Rental Empire, a step-by-step process to financial freedom. And if you're interested, I'm actually even have a private Facebook page that I'm posting regular videos and encouraging collaboration on that private Facebook site so that I can encourage you and give you ideas if you want to actually become a landlord. So, or if you know somebody in your household that might be, you might say, well, I'm kind of past my prime. I don't really want to do rental properties. I wish I would have done that 20 years ago or 30 years ago. Maybe somebody you know would be interested in doing that, because I did it at a younger age, and I'm so glad that I did, because now it's created some good passive income for me as well and my family. All right, I've gone too long. Send a message back to me. Love to hear from you. Appreciate you very much. Talk to you later. Bye.